Hey everyone, Yasin here, and welcome to another episode of Pointy Chins, where I take you through my art journey. So, here we have basically a fight scene between two characters. First I designed this guy, and then I designed this person, and I thought, she has big arms and stuff. And I don't know, I just wanted to do something dynamic and, action-y. And then for this one, I was thinking of like a spaceship, and it's sort of, with the stripes and stuff, it's sort of inspired by Sparth, who's a fantastic illustrator. If you search up Sparth, if you don't know him, he's great. And I was most focused on the shapes, like appealing shapes. And I've mentioned this before a bunch of times, but it's really important to me to get, what shapes look the best. Because I feel like if you can get basic shapes looking good, that solves so much of your problem. You don't have to have everything perfect, but it'll still look good because the basic shapes look good. And here, there's a tiny Wookiee thing, chibi, and thinking about, again, shapes of figures, stylizing more, adding more caricature stuff, and here I did a drawing of, I think her name is Demona from Gargoyles, a TV show, and just wanted to see, actually someone recommended her, but I wanted to see what she would look like in my style, whatever. And here, I don't know, just stuff, designy stuff. I'm trying to make this look slippery, and here, this is from reference. So I think this one's from reference, and then this one's from reference, and this one's from reference, and this one probably isn't, and this probably is. But again, changing them a lot so that they don't feel just like a photocopy, because I've been there. It's like, been there, done that. I don't want to draw from reference and have things look like a photo. And then, some swirlies to get a sense of, I don't know, practice drawing swirls and circles and stuff. More figure drawing and thinking about that ground plane again and blocking it in the floor mat, I believe I called it, and blocking it in red. And then here I'm thinking about the wireframe, like things coming towards you in 3D space. Here I'm thinking about shadows and light and shadow patterns. And yeah. And then here, these are some ideas for, compositions for commissions and things, and thinking about blocks and what will this look like in 3D if it was tilted, and I didn't quite get it right. I like this face, it looks nice. Not quite 100% on board with the body, but the face is something. And yeah, I don't like these bottom sketches at all. Okay, so some more drawing from reference and changing it so it's stylized more. And I like doing this, but I still feel like I want to be able to draw everything from imagination, and it does feel like, they've got more to them when I draw from reference, so I struggle with this, between drawing from reference and having certain results and then trying to create everything from imagination. And then here there's some stuff, again, from reference. I guess I was really getting into drawing from reference at this point. But I don't hate these. They're nice shapes and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty appealing to me. More of the same. So you might recognize some of the poses. I don't know if I was using Sketch Daily or Quick Poses or Pixel Lovely or what, but I do recognize some of these as poses I've drawn a few times before. And here's drawing from imagination and trying to take what I've learned, really, and carry it over, which, again, it's not as strong. And yeah, some more drawing from, these are drawn from reference, and then these are from, some of these are from imagination. So, I guess it felt safe for me because, again, I did another page. These are from imagination and these are from reference. I think it felt safe because what I think is that you do get stuff from drawing from reference, definitely. But what I'm afraid of is getting to the point where, and this has happened before, where you get really good at drawing from reference, or, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm really good, but okay at drawing from reference, but you suffer in drawing from imagination, and then you tend to stick to drawing from reference as a crutch almost. Like, oh, this is easier, so let me do that. Like this one and this one, I thought that's a cool gesture. Or attitude, or I'm not sure what to call it, but I guess attitude. And then here's trying to draw from imagination, and you can see how it's weaker. At least I feel it's weaker, but I'm trying to get gesture here, so almost like a guy swinging something, and this person's pressing against a surface, and trying to think like animation-y, trying to get motion here, and like there's a twisting in the arm muscles, and trying to get that feeling across. And then here as well, trying to get dynamic stuff. It's something I really want to achieve, and at this point, I was still struggling a lot with it. I don't know at what point things become forced or not, but I'm not sure. But anyway, this day I did 10 drawings because it's the 1000th page of these studies, and so of these daily drawing things, which are now Pointy Chins, but when I first started, when I was doing them with Bob Meatbag, they were called Cell Pod Studies. And so decided, okay, if it's 1,000, I'll do, I think when it was 700 I did 7 pages, so for 1,000 I guess I'd do 10. And jumping person, just from, I think this one is actually from reference of a contortionist, but I'm not sure on that. And then, figures, compositions, ideas, just random ideas for compositions. And then back to figures, and stuff from reference again, and stuff from reference, and more reference drawing. Wait a bit longer on them, and reference drawing, and more reference, and then more reference, and then more imagination. So, when I draw from imagination, things are more incorrect, but somewhat more lively in some ways. I don't know if that's accurate or not. And then here I felt like I need to practice drawing heavier models. So I found like a chubby, I think it was a Tumblr with chubby girls, and I think they look cool. And then here I was thinking in terms of, dynamics and jumping and stuff, but trying to shade more. And when I was doing these, I felt like I was sort of breaking away from the previous stuff. See how this is more clean when I was doing this, and it's a start of sort of changing what I was doing and how I was drawing. But then going back to more chubby figures and adding some tone, and then imagination stuff, and drawing some hands. A lot of this feeling was sort of, at this time, I was sort of starting to feel lost. Like, okay, what am I doing, and why am I doing it, and what is my goal, what is my purpose? And so, see, I'm doing like sort of realistic drawings from life, and then imagination-y stuff, which is dramatic. And then, I don't know, I started getting to just this. Like, I was getting really tired when I was drawing. And then I talked with a friend, and Pasteletta, and she recommended that because I mentioned how I'm sort of getting, I don't know if it was maybe depressed, and stuck. She mentioned the idea of coming up with a mascot for DeviantArt, and then just come up with something that I really like and make that my mascot, and that it's good for marketing and business and stuff. So I came up with this character, Kay, occupation space waitress, and I thought she'd have a manager called Arsha, and this was my first take on Arsha, and this is my first take on Kay. Well, I did a bunch of little designs, and I was like, I kind of like this one. That seems nice. She seems friendly. And here's the, I don't know, whatever, story thing. Space Waitress Kay is a story about Kay, a waitress aboard. Like, I had a different name first, Ren or something, but then I remembered Kylo Ren, and it's like, oh, God damn it, I don't want to do that. So let's change it. Changed it to Kay, waitress aboard the tiny ship Ku, and her manager, Arsha, and the crew navigate the galaxy on their traveling restaurant, serving rare dishes to curious clientele across the cosmos. Pretty cliche sound. And I thought of this phrase for Arsha: your job to make happy customer. And then I was coming up with ship designs, like ideas. I wanted something simple and funny, and I came up with like this one, where it's just this weird shape, and this is sort of where the restaurant is. And then I had it on this asteroid-y thing, and I thought, okay, let's develop that further. And then I came up with this design with the ship, and wasn't sure what's going on with the engines, but I wanted it sort of smiling, and to just look cute and nice. And same thing with Kay, coming up with different designs for her. Like, what if she has like these, I don't know, shoulder things or collars, or a lot of it was like, what do I like? Figuring out that, because I struggled with this, and I've explained it in videos on YouTube where I have trouble with, who am I? What do I like? What am I supposed to do with things? And here I changed the engines of the ship a bit, just to be more like a fish, because it looks like a fish. And then I thought of different types of fish and different ships. Like this one, maybe it's gigantic, and it's got a bunch of engines, and it eats other ships or something. I don't know. And then here, I tried to come up with like a logo for Space Waitress Kay. So I drew this and thought, okay, I'm not good with logo design. And here I was trying to think of like more of a complete outfit. And I gave her these triangle-y things. And I was trying to think of like repeated shapes, repeated triangular shapes. So there's a triangle in her hair. This is a triangle. Then this is sort of like a triangular shape. These are triangles. These are triangles. Just triangles everywhere. And I thought of giving her a jacket. And I'm not really thinking about so much the waitress part of it. And these are really failed attempts at different hairstyles. But more in terms of just creating a character I like and then making it fit. Like, okay, I'll figure out how to make that into a waitress after the fact. So here, exploring different designs for the thing on her thigh here. Like, there's a pattern here. Just trying to think, is it more heart-shaped, or is it like this way or this way? Again, thinking of different hair shapes. And I thought this one was nice. And here I was thinking of different other characters that might be in there, like different alien types. I was thinking maybe this could be Arsha. She's a lizard, not a lizard, but some kind of strange, almost amphibious slug creature. And then I thought of this thing, which is like a penguin robot thing. And this is just that in 3 dimensions, or 3/4 view. Robot things. And then I remembered I'd done a drawing of a character that was this waitress, and she was like a future waitress, spacey thing, and it looked like this. So I just copied that drawing, and the manager at the time was this thing. So I just redrew those, and I made the logo in Photoshop, the one I had drawn previously, and then tried to come up with designs thinking about her hair and her costume. And here I thought, well, what does she wear when she flies around in space? And, you know, maybe it's dark like this, or maybe it's light. And I don't know, do these engine, like the thrusters, do they combine, or what is their configuration? And thinking also about the ship in the back, the engines, what they look like. And I thought of like Tron, like laser things that fly out that show where the ships travel and stuff. And here I was thinking of designs for Arsha. I wasn't sure to make her skinny or more fat, and I did all these. And my eye kept coming back to this one, so I did it in 3/4 here. And then I thought, should I make her this, but more skinny? And I tried this, but it's like, no, I really like it like this. It had something. It just, to me, this felt the most right. And so here, just some drawings from reference again. And I got some extra water, like inks and water brushes. So I got purple, and then a greenish one and a bluish one. And I tried them out. And I didn't like how they performed as well as the other ones, but it's like, whatever. Tried coloring K different colors. And yeah, I thought of different ships, and I thought this could be a ship, and it's sort of like a bad guy ship, and it's got this kind of shape, and I thought that's kind of cool. It looks more skeletal, more like a dead fish, and then I thought there would be a cool ship, and it thinks it's cool, and they all have like eyes and stuff. So it wears sunglasses because it thinks it's really cool and sleek and stuff. And then a logo for Yummy Company, which, I don't know. Just dumb ideas, I guess. And here, playing around with the different colors and, again, the outfit and what things could be. And I noticed when I think about design, I really lose proportion and gesture and stuff, so these drawings are pretty terrible. But it's not so much about... I guess I had to learn that it's okay to lose one thing in favor of another. So, okay, you want to pay attention to design, then pay attention to design. Don't worry too much about that your drawings look ugly or anything like that. You can always make them different. And then I came up with a color scheme with like pink hair and a very light, almost teal skin color. And then I tried to do it with the inks that I have, but I didn't have the right pink, so it came out looking more red, and this came out too dark. And then it reminded me a lot of the color scheme of Mystique from X-Men, especially this one. So I started being like, God damn it, I don't want it to look like, oh, you're just drawing Mystique, but a different view. And here I was really not sure what happens in the back view of her hair. So just exploring, trying to learn and figure out stuff. And does she have like, I don't know, these ruffled shoulder things? And because I was struggling with the hair, I thought, okay, let's just look at real hair and different hairstyles. And I think this is a shaved side undercut bob thing. I don't remember exactly what it's called. And so I drew that from reference, then tried to apply it to K, what it would look like. And I thought this one looked really cool. And that's, again, from reference. And okay, that's nice. More hairstyles and drawing them on K then. And then seeing, what do they look like from behind? And what does her jacket look like? And more of the engine things, the thrusters, what do those look like? Wanting to make her I want to make her cool. I want to make a character I like, but it's just I feel like I'm not good enough. Really, like I don't know what I'm doing. I do like this one. That's really cool. shapes, and that's nice. Yeah, so I guess some of these are nice. Don't like this, don't like this, don't like this, but sure. And then focusing on eyes, like this is just iterative drawing anyway. Draw one eye and then make variations and see, what do I like? What if it's more like this? What if it's more like that? I had this idea of making the pupil a V shape and drawing her K more, different ideas. Getting more practice. Thought of the idea of giving her a scythe, but I wasn't really, 100% on board with that idea. So in the next episode, I'm going to really be fleshing out K a lot more and getting further with things. So I hope you stick around, and I hope this one, was entertaining or helpful or gave you some insight into design for me anyway. And thanks for watching.